Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm just picking off right where I left off. We're in Shinshu Fields, and we're just gonna explore it. Let's talk to this merchant. Now let's see, what am I doing here again? Oh yeah, I took shelter in the garden sapling when I heard a terrifying sound like a monster growling. Well, this is perfect. It's fate. Why don't I set up shop here? You know where to come find when you're sent shopping. Oh yes, I don't know if you'll understand this, but here goes. I'd like to ask you a favor. There'll be a cinch for you. If you sniff any kind of nice bowls or dishes lying about, don't just leave them around or rot away. Bring them to me, would you? If you turn up any treasures that are worth a bit, I'll pay you. Treasures? Found anything like that, Ammy? If you did, you should sell it. Sell it. I mean, what are you gonna do with the stuff like pots and dishes? It's hard to sell that stuff you worked so hard to get, but don't worry. All treasure you collect will be cataloged in the fan menu. What are you mumbling? What are you mumbling about? Have you got something for me? Let's do some shopping. So yeah, you will find treasures in your journey. I don't have any good stuff, but yeah, treasures you can use to... this is what he has to sell. Nothing of interest. Yeah, you could use it to buy and sell you basically will collect treasures in your journey that really have no other purpose besides just selling them. So always be good to sell. I'm gonna increase my purse real quick. Awesome. Okay, so my next thing I'm gonna do is definitely another ink pot, so that's at 100. Okay. Back to it. Let's start with this. This little pouch here, if you guys remember, from not too long ago, or maybe long ago, I don't know. I really don't know how this thing is going to get posted. At this point, nothing has been posted. There we go. Hey, little oinkies. Yeah, they're pigs. Just not like the pink pigs I'm used to. Is there anything I can feed them? I got some oat for them. I could buy some more of this stuff, but I kind of want to check out the dojo and see how much everything is. Yeah, I could bark. Also, if you smash pots, sometimes you'll find free bait. Okie dokie, just gonna quickly... Yeah, see? Smashing some pots, you might get some free bait. And... big money, big money, big money, big money! Yeah, free bait. Now, before I talk to the dojo guy, there's one dude I want to talk to first before night falls. It's the guy in this shrine. And almost there. Moon Shrine. People purify themselves here before visiting the Moon Shrine. Oh, okay, I guess it's the temple outside the shrine then? I don't know. Hey, buddy. Oh, dear me, this is awful. Yeah, again, I had no idea what this was at first, him swinging around that stick. I should also point out that I am a Jewish American, so this stuff was really over my head. I knew nothing about Japanese culture when I first was playing this game. This really was an eye-opener to me. I think this is also a good example of why video games and social media and other forms of entertainment are really good, because they really introduce kids to like these different cultures around the world. I don't think I would know so much about Japanese culture or even have much of an interest in it all if I had never played this game. Because it forced me to look things up, ask people, like look into manga for the first time in my life as well as when I started playing this game. I don't read much of it nowadays, not because I dislike it. I just prefer to play video games is all. I'm not a fan of reading. As you can really tell, I'm not very good at it. A monster, welcome guest, has wandered into our shrine. Your timing's immaculate, Wolf. I need to speak to you. Outside is Lake Harami, Nippon's largest lake. In the middle of it, there was an old shrine called the Moon Cave, but it's completely disappeared, vanished into thin air. It enshrines the wicked demon that Naji and Shiraimu once defeated. It housed Tsukiyomi, the fabled sword that keeps demons at bay. The demon, its name was... No, I'll be cursed if I say it. Anyway, the point is, what on earth has happened to the shrine? It's guarded day and night by a Tao Master Waka. on the one occasion he has to go back to the city, this happens. Oh dear. Lately, there's been monsters haunting these parts as well. Those mischief-making monsters are the worst. I expect this they're doing. Well, maybe not this time, but still need to be dealt with. I've already prepared a wanted list for them. Here's the wanted list. The gods will have marked all these wanted monsters with a sign. You'll know as soon as you lay eyes on them. However, they're very cautious. They only come out at night. Will you go put this list up somewhere, obvious wolf? I'm sure some brave soul will step up to the challenge. May the gods protect you always. Hey, this is a sweet job for us, Ammy. Let's keep this list handy and take care of all those mischief-making monsters ourselves. I mean, we're gonna run into them whether we like it or not, so we may as well collect the reward too. Anyway, seems like they only come out at night. Give it a shot. That's why I wanted to talk to this guy first. Oh yeah, if I do things like that, they like just look curiously and do nothing. Do that. Yeah, they're, oh, what's that? I don't know. I can't do the other things that normally mess with people. I mean, you can't hurt them. This game is just going to automatically make it night for me right now, just so I can get an idea of how to do this part of the game. Iwamaru, the Vandal, has appeared. What's with this monster? It's got an exorcising arrow stuck in it. Exorcising arrows are sacred relics for driving away evil. That means somebody really wanted to get rid of this monster. Come on, Ammy, finish it off. Don't let it get away. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Not afraid of you. Not afraid of you. Bring it. Ah. Yeah. If you defeat this Iwamaru the Vandal has been defeated. If you defeat this big guy, all the little guys will die instantly too. So always go for the big guy. I mean, it's only in cases like this will that actually work. That was one of those monsters from the Monster Notebook, and we just happened to find it. Boy, you never know what you'll find next. You know that Monster Notebook you have? Well, you could cross off the monster you've taken care of. The monster you just finished off is on the wanted list. Go ahead and strike the name off with your brush. That was this guy, Iwamaru the Vandal. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's one less monster. At this rate, it won't be long before you can cross them all out. Once you defeat all the wanted monsters, go to the priest. Maybe he'll give you a reward. I remember that actually gave me a lot of trouble crossing them off the names on that list when I did the Wii version, because I was trying to be perfect. And that just did not work with the Wii. The Wii was great, but dang, it was not a perfect system. It had its flaws. I think my first game console would have been my Nintendo 64. I got it. Being all nostalgic. It wasn't really my Nintendo 64 though, it was my brother's. He had it. And, you know, I kind of just was allowed to play it with him. Because, you know, like the whole big brother thing, it's not yours, it's his. I typically, though, enjoy just watching him play games, though. It kind of explains why I love watching other people play games now a lot, because I remember spending most of my days watching him playing GoldenEye, or Smash Brothers, or Ocarina of Time. And when I got older, I actually was the one who beat Ocarina of Time. I used his save file and did it, and he was not happy. But you know, Big Brother pride and all that. Since then, I've gotten the game again when it came out on the DS. I beat it so many times, I know it front and back. That game is something I have played to death. It's crazy. It's definitely one of my top favorite games as well. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite Legend of Zelda game. I think that one would have to go to Wind Waker. I played that more. I played that so much that the disc for it is broken. The original disc I had for it. Also, I think it's the reason why my GameCube no longer works either. Yeah, I kind of overplayed that game a lot. Why isn't this working? Yeah, there we go. Come on, give me the flowers. Make the land beautiful. Make the land beautiful. Thank you. Now I know how pageant moms feels. Be beautiful. Come on, dearie. Get your smile on. Come on. Do this for mommy. Well, I've never even seen a full episode of that stuff, but from what I can see, just by the clips and whatnot, and the bits I catch other people watching, it's nuts. What makes a person so crazy that they want to put their kid through something like that? It doesn't look fun for them. But again, I did a whole bunch of Because I didn't think were fun that my mom wanted me to do. Like ballet or softball or soccer. Oh no, I kind of like soccer. I just dancing still from kid, I guess. Means a lot now. I can't use my ink pot, otherwise I'll lose everything. Yeah, got a new ink pot. There it is. Yeah, these guys are really weak. It's very helpful to have the little sword thing. Your slash technique. What I'm doing now is that I'm kind of just looking for those monsters. Those monsters will only appear in Shinshu. It's a tongue twister word. Shin-Shu Fields. So I just kind of have to go after all these monsters and find the correct one. And you're dead. Not yet. Now you're dead. I'll collect all this stuff. I'll check out like a bunch of other things like I want to show you guys too. But in the meantime, I definitely want to kill as much monsters as I can and collect money because, like I said, things are going to get expensive real fast. I need to make sure I have the money in my back pocket. I'll be able to unlock a double jump too if I have the money. Man, the fact that none of these guys are beating the monster that I want is kind of showing the cowardness of it all. You guys get lost. I have a passion for games that have a good story to them. If a game has a good story, it'll keep me hooked. If it doesn't, I'll actually stop playing the game and not pick it up again. It's a bit of a problem of mine. I have a similar way with books too. In fact, I give up on more books than I actually read. It takes a lot for books to actually hook me into them. Games, I suppose it's simpler for them to try to hook me in, but yeah, if a game has a lousy story, I'm not going to continue playing it. There's actually a recent thing with that. I am a big fan since the start of the pandemic of the Batman Arkham series, and I have played Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City multiple times. A lot of fun. But I have yet to beat Arkham Knight because Arkham Knight is just not fun to play. It's fun to watch. I'm enjoying the story. In fact, I kind of already looked up the story to know how it ends and all because I just don't want to continue playing it. It's just not a fun game to play, unfortunately, and it kind of sucks because it has a lot of fun components to it, but it's just not a fun game to keep playing after a while. It has its flaws, especially with those mandated Batmobile parts that drive me crazy. Thankfully, I was playing the game at the same time as my brother. I have two brothers. I have an older and a younger one. I should probably specify which one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the younger brother right now. Yeah, so my little brother actually beat parts of the Batman Arkham Knight for me with the Batmobile because I had enough. The Batmobile just isn't fun. Like, there's nothing really mean-spirited in me saying that. I'm just being honest. I don't find the Batmobile fun. Oh, there's Toya, the short-tempered. So yeah, well, I will highly recommend the first two games. I really can't say the same I would recommend the last game in the series. I would recommend playing the first two games, and then looking up a Let's Play of the final game, so you don't have to play it. It would just be better on you, and it won't leave such a bad taste in your mouth. And it's really a shame, because the game has so many fun features to it, like the fear multi-takedowns, a lot of new upgrades to your items and weaponry. But it just drops the ball on so many things that it takes away from the enjoyment. Another game that I stopped playing actually because it was no longer fun, or like wasn't fun at all from the start, was Call of Cthulhu. I was so looking forward to playing that game. Like, it had such good reviews, but wow, I guess maybe the internet was just really thirsty and starving for a good horror game, because it's really not that scary. I gotta say, I found myself fairly bored, fairly irritated by it, especially with its pacing. I love a good story game, and this was just not fun, if I'm just being frank. Yeah, I got stopped at some point because apparently you had to like go inside this giant open room with like a one-hit kill monster, and it's just like I already had another issue with one-hit kill monster. I'm just like, I hate one-hit kill things. Like, if I make one little mistake, I lose all my progress and I gotta start back from the beginning. That's yes, or even not from the beginning. Sometimes I get some leeway. Even so, I'm not a big fan of one-hit kill games. I feel like you should at least get like 2 hits. Like, first time, like, okay, you made a mistake. You get one more shot before you lose it. I can live with that. I hate one-hit kill things. Those things kill me. I should take this on the road. Or maybe not, because I can't remember. Ezo now, the string cutter. Oh, thankfully I found 2 fairly close together. I'm probably gonna have to hang out in this field for a little bit, just to make sure to get them all. But don't worry, there's lots of things to do in this field besides these guys. I'm just doing these guys real quick. Also just having an excuse to chat with everyone for a little while. I don't know. It's good to just kind of talk away. I typically talk with my brother when I'm playing games, and he's one of the guys who recommended that I do this because, I don't know, I guess gaming is one of those things where you get to do one thing. It's like multitasking, I suppose. My brain and like I'm Okay, yeah, another monster down. These are the string cutter. Kind of like multitasking. You're doing one thing, using one half of your brain, and then using the other half for another. Oh yeah, see in the darkness, you'll see like little lights like this. That's a little treasure. Yay! Wooden bear. I can sell it to that guy over there. These guys, you might notice, are like a little greener. That means that it's just a clover that you can use to get praise from. There we go. And taking down this guy. Back to the topic of Batman, I noticed they're making a new Batman game, Batman Arkham Knight, not Arkham Knight, just Batman Knights. I don't think it has any sort of connection to the Arkham series, which is all fine and well. The Arkham series is really a good series on its own. There's also, after that ending, you really can't add anything to it. And I'm not going to spoil that ending for you guys if you guys haven't seen it already. It's a doozy. It's got mixed reviews, I'll tell you that much. I think it's one of the reasons why Batman Arkham Knight is not as well liked by the Arkham community or fan base as many would have hoped. Now the monsters that I'm looking for are no longer around. I'll have to come back later. Yeah, so I saw the trailer for it and it looks really good, but I'm just a little concerned because I didn't see any actual gameplay with it. All I saw was just these very cinematic cutscenes. Oh, another feedback. Yeah, so the fact that I'm not seeing any actual gameplay is giving me pause on it. But then again, it's a teaser trailer, so who knows? Like, maybe in like a couple more months we'll actually see some actual gameplay. It's also kind of funny that this teaser trailer dropped around the time that the Batman movie trailer dropped. Wow! What's up with this old gate? I don't like the looks of it. It's just teeming with evil power, I can feel it. Still, you being a god and all, we can't just ignore it. What do you think, my furry friend? We worked through it, we're going through it, or what? Yeah, this is basically just a series of fights that I need to do whenever I go through the gate. They're inescapable, I cannot leave the gate. I need to fight all of them. With the same amount of health that I have. I can have health items. Ooh, Demon Fang! Yeah, so back to the Batman movie. Yeah, it's kind of funny that those two things kind of dropped around the same time. I wonder if it was coordinated anyway by Warner Brothers. I mean, they own rights to both of those things, so you have to imagine that, you know, they were aware that one company was making a video game for them and the other company was making a movie for them. Yeah, you keep running, punk. Oh, accidentally made a tree. And you're gone. And you're gone. I think they both are scheduled to come out in 2021. I mean, I just kind of wonder how solid that date is given the pandemic, because I know movies typically need reshoots and things of that nature, and that's going to be hard to do. I mean, I'm totally fine with waiting for things like that, because I'd rather have a good product that took longer to make than have the product come earlier and not have it as good a quality, you know? That's it! Those things are a gateway to monster lairs. I've heard such gates before. They're called devil gates. Those monsters got a lot of nerve building them like that. Let's tear them down wherever we see them. Also, it's apparently suppressing all these beautiful kilns. And... birds. Well, not birds, rabbits. I mean, I'm certainly going to be watching the Batman movie when it comes out and be playing that Batman Arkham game. Well, at least, I don't really know so much about, like I said, I love games with good stories. So, I didn't get much of a story. Or at least I did. We got like the vague impression of the story for that Batman. I keep on saying Arkham game. This Knight's game. I am sorry. I have too much Arkham on the mind. I've been playing that too much. I'm just gonna say Batman game and Batman movie for the sake of simplicity. So, the Batman video game. Oh yeah, newbie. I just feel like I need to know more about it before I can actually say for certain I'm going to play it. Because it's a commitment to play a game as compared to watching a movie. If you watch a movie, you can turn it off, leave the theater, go away if you don't like it. When you have a game, though, you're a bit more obligated to keep going with it, to keep playing it, because sometimes, tutorial levels are long, so you really should just power through it, and then eventually you'll get to the good part. Yeah, so, it's different. It's different between a Batman movie and a Batman game and how you approach each thing. Ow, 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 ow. What's going on? Ida the Dung Express never trips up. I've fallen, and I can't get up. Must be a curse. Express messenger Ida. I don't have time for falling over. People are waiting for mail. Those monsters must have set up some kind of trap for me as a joke. Darn it, I knew I should have brought a traveler's charm. Hey Pooch, that's a traveler's charm you got with you, isn't it? Oh yes, I feel so light. My body is light as a feather. Thanks Pooch, you saved me. Can't hang about. Gotta catch up on deliveries. Hi Ida. Love you. You're my best friend. I just said that to make him feel better. He's not really my best friend. It's really his son, right buddy? Yeah. One of my favorite... Ooh. Do I still have the greenies? Yes, I do. How much praise do I have? I have 100? Oh, yeah, I do have 100. Hi, Ida. And I'm great. One of my favorite brush techniques in this game is right nearby, and I can unlock it. Need more ink. Next one's 200. So yes, one of my favorite brush techniques is right nearby. So I'm gonna unlock that. Yeah, brush techniques are like all over the place. You can actually like get certain parts, get to a certain point of the game without finding these things if you don't know where to look. I mean, some of them are like right in front of you and are like part of like the main storyline, like the Bloom one or the Slash one, the Rejuvenation one. Like you're gonna have to get those no matter what. Hello! Hello, beautiful. Come here often. Flying dead fish that uses its fins as wings and also blades. What part of Japanese culture are you from? I was not paying attention. Relax. I upgraded my... Yeah. Ooh, I found grapes. Juicy fruit plucked from the vine. Like a Farah. You guys like ever see the kind of pictures of like a pharaoh being fed grapes from a vine? Can you actually grow grapes in Egypt, I wonder? Because it's a desert area. Is that something that's possible? I really don't know anything about farming. So I don't know. I guess you could still import them. I mean, they still have trading, so... I guess it's not too far-fetched an idea. Legend of Orochi. Maybe I'll read that to you guys if you want. Sleeping like a log. Come back at night. You read that message? Guess we'll have to come back at night. Yeah. So the favorite technique of mine is in this house, but I gotta wait till nightfall. Oh yes, more keys. Cut those. Alright, so I guess I'll just come back at night. I mean, it's starting to get a little dark. I mean, unfortunately, I can't accelerate the night. I don't have that power yet. I won't. The game is long, I should also point out. The story mode to this game is long. It is not a short, bang out, done kind of thing. It is drawn out, many sections. It's a huge world to be in. So, it's gonna take time. I can't even say that I'll be a quarter of the way done when I get the moon thing, because I guess I don't like that. There's a lot to this game. I guess it might be considered a quarter of the way done. Anyway, back to the story. Hey Susan, how you doing, babe? Aw man, I should not have done that. I can't get near him because I don't have the rosary. There it is, now I can. Alright, come on. Come on, ugly. Come on, ugly. Ah. Oh. Cursed. Trying my best to not do that. Mainly because, like, I know for a fact that if this ever does go on the internet, my mom will be watching it. Mainly my dad. My dad has a thing against cursing. He really does not like it when we curse. My mom is neither here nor there. It's all about the time and place for her. There are some situations that do call for a good cussing. There are situations that do require it. But my dad, he does not. He does not approve. He does not see a situation in which cussing is appropriate. Different people, different ideas. Oh yeah, you're really messing with me, Caitlin. You know that? I decided to dub all these big people Caitlin. Why? No idea. Just wanted to. Come on, come on. Yeah. Slice him in half. I am so dark. If you think about it. Thank God there's no realistic blood spatter in this game. Ooh, it's so pretty. And yeah, here's my praise. This game really does encourage you to keep on destroying things because you unlock pretty things like this. Huh? What a pretentious sign! Ammy, this here's a dojo. It's where people come to learn sword fighting and martial arts. But who knows if they'll train you here? Maybe if you're a good Wolfie, they'll teach you a trick or two. Please. I'll eat this. Yeah, different types of animal eat different types of things, so... yeah, some of them are picky. Dojo. This rundown dojo operated by some eccentric old man. There we go. This is where I will learn the technique to help me get more demon fangs. Let's see how much it is. Onigiri Sensei. Oh well, what do we have here? It looks like I have an adorable lupine visitor. My name is Onigiri Sensei, and this is my dojo. Hello, Onigiri Sensei. I like him. He's a cool dude. What business could a wolf like you yourself have at a dojo like this? Certainly you haven't come here to study fighting arts with yours truly. Yes, I do. I'd like to cut up your jib, my furry friend. I'd very much like to... Sorry, tongue-tied. I'd very much like to while away the hours to play with you, but I'm afraid that this place is far too dangerous for creatures like you. That is, of course, unless you could cover the training fee. Yeah, he'll teach me as long as I have the money. Golden Fury, that is the technique I need. I need 100,000 yen. Alright, so I'm not gonna bother learning the other techniques until I have 100,000 yen to pay this fee. I suspected as much. A place like this is no place to play, friend. You should go outside where it's far less dangerous, really. It's more safe in here. And if you don't, I don't know if he knows this dude, but there was a demon gate right outside your house. I'm the one who took care of it for you. Ah man, you know old people. They have no idea what's going on right in front of them half the time. I say that well knowing that my grandma still lives about it. Ah man, because of the pandemic, I was able to see my grandma. Nursing home let her outside. Like they had a thing like where you make a schedule appointment, you get to see them outside for a little bit. Can't really hug him or anything. I miss my grandma. Not gonna lie. I used to visit her all the time. I used to work at the nursing home that she lives in. I quit because, you know, I needed to focus on school. I was a college student. But I really just miss my grandma a lot. I miss all my family, really. I guess it's a little harder because my grandma, you know, she's in a nursing home. not really physically able to do things on her own, and seeing her always made her so happy. Like I say, I'm a girl who misses her grandma. Instead of praise, I'm getting a magic chest. I remember what's in this chest. It's nothing spectacular. Yeah, vengeance slip. It does some damage to enemies. In fact, yeah, you know what? That actually might come in handy with the boss battle that I'm thinking of right now. Alright, now seems like a good time as ever to save the game. Maybe I'll take care of all these things on my list, the enemies I need to kill on my own, because that's going to take some doing, take some time, and I don't want to waste everyone's time with that. So, I think I'll save here, and I will just see you guys all next time. I appreciate anyone who's watching. If you don't like what you're watching, just tell me why you don't like it. You won't offend me. Promise you that. I know I'm not very good. Alright, see y'all later.